Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están? Comenzamos el segundo episodio de En 15 minutos. Hoy presentando la banda de Delta Rigs, también del terreno australiano, pero esta banda más situada en el rock and roll. Tuve la oportunidad de dialogar con Elliot Hammond, el cantante de la banda. Dialogué con él 2 veces por diferentes razones, lo cual terminó siendo muy productivo porque charlamos un montón de cosas y me hizo darme cuenta que por ahí estamos frente a una de las bandas más infravaloradas del rock and roll, bajo mi punto de vista, en lo que es el terreno musical. Pero bueno, se los dejaré a su conocimiento, a que investiguen, a que vean. Y en esta entrevista les mostraremos un poquito de lo que son los Delta Rigs. Así que vamos con eso.
Okay, cool. So the first step that I want to talk is the beginning of the band, man. The beginning of the Delta Rigs. You got a really long history, like almost 10 years. So tell me
Yeah.
a little bit about the first steps to get a rock band in Australia and the members and all of that.
Yeah, so we're all playing in punk bands and not in the same band at all, but there was a bit of a scene on the Gold Coast for that. When I say scene, it's like there's like 4 bands and like everyone knew each other kind of thing. It was just before the internet, so it was, well, I mean, the internet was around, it was still dial up, and it was just like at that stage we were just kind of like, social net, like MySpace and shit was coming in. So really, like before that, it was like if you saw someone on the street with like a Pennywise shirt or a like NoFX shirt or something, you'd be like, fuck, I need to be friends with that person because like they know the band, and that band's like no one knows that band, So like, how did they get that shirt, kind of thing. So we were playing in these punk bands, and I met this guy called Aaron, who I started the band with, and he was really like brash. Like as a player, he only knew like 4 chords, and so we wanted to be like the White Stripes.
Gotcha.
So I was going to play drums, and he was going to play guitar and sing like Jack White. And so we like wrote a couple of songs, and then we got into the rehearsal room, like for the first Delta Rigs kind of rehearsal, and we plugged everything in. We like played the song, and it got to the end, and it was like,
We
fuck,
sound
man,
good.
like, no, it was like, well, we sound good. We kind of sound good, but like, you can't sing. Aaron could not sing in key. Like, he was like, and I'm like, I can't sing either, but I think I can sing better than that. So maybe we'll have to, like, I'll be the singer and we'll find a drummer. So then we've got Rudy, who joined the band on drums. And we had another bass player for a while until he had like, I can't remember what happened with him, man, but like he used to get really, he's like suffered from stage fright. So like when he'd get up on stage, he'd just like freeze. Like, anyway, Monty ended up replacing him. And then, but even then we were still just like this kind of rock and roll band that was just playing in at the Hard Rock Cafe in Surfers Paradise every like, I don't know, a couple of months. We thought we were a pretty big deal. We were doing fuck all though, like we weren't. Like, we were just like, and that was around 2009. So
Cool.
then in 2010, we actually got a record deal, like offered from Sony, and that's when we decided to like really take it seriously. Before that, we were just this kind of jam band that would just get together and like do shit. But after we got the deal, that's when we went in and started writing a bunch of songs, and we moved out to this
And what a deal,
farm on the,
man. With Sony, the first
yeah.
year, crazy, man.
Well, yeah, but it was like, you know, we were probably a bit young for Sony, and we weren't really developed yet. We were barely a band, and they just kind of like threw a bunch of cash at us and said, "What do you want to do?" So we're like, we want to be like the band, you know, like Bob Dylan's band. We want to go and live on the top of a mountain and just play music and drop acid. And so, and they let us do that. They paid for this place and they sent us up there. And but it was like kind of the downfall because people couldn't really handle it, and Aaron ended up leaving. Trying to rebel against that punk shit, we're like, fuck, we want to be into rock and roll now, so we've got to do the opposite of what we're doing. So we need to like get rid of our short haircuts and grow our hair, and we need to like stop wearing like leather jackets and kind of like, you know, like, but then, you know, like a leopard, it's hard for a leopard to change its spots, so you end up turning back into a punk again anyway. And then like now we're here, so then I've got green hair.
So much better by myself. I smoke a reefer like it's gasoline. Got the momentum of a freight train. You said my brother's turning suicidal. I disagree, he's gonna do as I do. We gotta rock it like we don't care. They will be rolling with the millionaires. Don't got the funds, but I must do it. Come on, I'll show you, baby, nothing to it. I bet you wouldn't like it in the paper. Skyscraper. So please don't touch my inabilities. I am exactly who I want to be.
Okay, cool. Elliot, tell me a little bit about the second album. Deep Sebastios was self-produced by the band. Tell me a little bit about that. Actually, the band do the same, or what happened with that? It's like an auto exam to say we can do it lonely, or what?
Well, we did the first one by ourselves as well. We a pretty transient group because we get bored so easily. So we're trying to constantly we never want to really make the same record twice. And I think that that has worked for and against us. Like a lot of our peers and a lot of bands have gotten a lot bigger than us, commercially. And for us, we're we don't really want to stick to the same formula, so we're constantly trying to keep it exciting for us, and therefore it makes us a little bit more of a niche cult kind of band. I think it's not it's not like Sticky Fingers, you know, who are just, you know, very palatable and can you got to kind of be into a few certain stuff to get into the rigs, maybe.
Gotcha. You mentioned Sticky Fingers. Tell me a little about the big gang of artists that you got in Australia, because I saw you got friends of Sticky Fingers, Border Rascal. I saw another bands in Australia but all got a good relation. No competition, a healthy competition.
Yeah, I think there's some really cool behind the scenes stuff that doesn't get talked about that much about the Australian scene. It is like that. It's a very close knit family, and we're constantly hanging out with each other, not just musically, but you know, doing kind of other stuff.
Tell me about that. Something is really funny for you the last time that we talked. The pitching hour, the creative moment that you got. The Delta Rigs.
The pitching hour. Yeah.
The pitching hour.
That's it's after usually 2:00 in the morning, when you're either wasted or high, and people decide that that's the best time to start pitching you their new business idea, or trying to get you to invest in some bullshit a fake handkerchief operation or something. I don't know, some umbrella business. So yeah, but that happens a lot in LA. It seems to be the protocol in LA to be once that kind of hits past 1:30, it turns into the pitching hour. Yeah, instead of the pitching hour.
Because I've been here myself. She's a fashion operating, say yeah.
Elliot, tell me a little bit in the last album, Mother Pressure. One song take my attention. Don't You Frown. Can you tell me a little bit? I don't know the meaning or the feelings that that you put in that song.
Yeah, so it was basically like I would we'd been touring pretty hard, and it was like I think it was like 2018 when I wrote that song. Off the back of like Active Galactic, that was had us kind of working pretty hard, and you kind of don't look after yourself that much on the road. It starts to stack up, and so we played some festival, and I just I woke up in the morning in the hotel, and like looked around, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck did I even get back into this hotel room? Like, what the fuck? Like, I shouldn't even be alive right now. Like, so I got really scared, and I started thinking about like, what if I did just die that night? Like, what if that was it? And what I would say to my family, or people that cared about me. And then I started thinking like, I'd actually would be really upset to look down and see people really upset and trying kind of giving up just because I wasn't there. So the sentiment of the song was, is basically, yeah, you know, like if I go out like a candle, don't ever let me down, and don't you frown just because I'm not there, like just because I'm not around. Don't let me down. Like, you got to live your life. And so I guess it's a pretty dark sentiment to a song, but the song actually sounds quite like positive and uplifting. It's just if you tap into the lyrics, you kind of
cool, man. And you did good. You did good, because that feelings, I feel it, man. Definitely. That's the reason of my question, man. So, like a redemption song, no?
Yeah, exactly. And then the yeah.
Still my son. So if I go out like a candle, please don't ever let me down. Don't you frown. Just because I'm not around, don't let me down. Just because I'm not around.
Any songs of Delta Rigs that you maybe put to in front of another one, or you say that's one of the best?
Yeah, I think Supersonic Casualties is probably like one of my favorite songs that we've ever written, because like the production is just so signature. Like as soon as that song starts, you know immediately like what it is. And also yeah, sometimes you just really you really just get it right. And I tried for a long time, I think I was mentioning this last time we chatted, to rewrite, like I was trying to write another Supersonic Casualties, because I was like, that song's so great, like I needed. And then like after a few times, like Rudy just stopped me. He's like, man, it's like the song is, you're now never going to do it again. Like you need to go somewhere else. You know,
this is gold, definitely.
it's like, you know, the Red Hot Chili Peppers trying to write another Under the Bridge. It's just like, it's not going to happen. Like move on to this fucking Californication or something. So yeah.
We were marching around in our marmalade shoes, and the peppermint rain washed all our troubles and blues.
Elliot, thank you for your time, man. I really appreciate this talk and another one. You're a big man. all my good wishes for you, man. And I will visit you, man. When all this shit closes, when all this shit ends, man, I will go to Australia and I will see you, man. Definitely. I want to see
I'm
the
hoping
Delta
we get
Rigs.
over
I want
there.
to see your band.
I want to play a show in South America, man. So, we
That
gotta
will
get
be
there.
that's happened will be amazing, man. Definitely I will be there. Taking out of
Yeah.
bed.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm a bit flat today, man. I had a big night. I'm struggling out here. I mean,
I saw you in your
I've got my
face, man. But it's okay.
hydrolyte.
Oh.
All
Yeah,
right, man.
man. You're the number one, man.
Take it easy. Thanks for your time, brother.
Cheers, bro.